Alright, we're here at the community greenhouse. Dalton's with us, followed us over in the car. Dalton, come on. Come on, inside. Inside, let's go. So, trash piles, reworking the inside. Got our tray storage up front here, and these were our old seating tables. I'm rebuilding them now with some of this metal tubing from the old greenhouse tables, which are getting rebuilt. So you can see the tables down there. That's what they used to be. Pretty standard. I think it's 1 3/8 steel pipe, like the chain link top rail stuff, and then these really nice metal grids on the top of them. So this is all this scrap 4-inch foam board we got from a refrigeration company, and that goes on top of some tabletops which go on these guys, these 4x4s. One of those is a little out of whack. But so the layering looks something like that. We got center blocks on the bottom, a little cantilevered piece, shorty here, big guy on top of it. Some holes are drilled for some screws to connect these two. Then we got 2x4 purlin joists, whatever you want to call them, with some spaced out decking on top of it, and the 4-inch foam board bridges the little gaps. That one looks wider than it actually is. I think there's another board recessed under there. And then that's covered with this landscape fabric, and the final piece are these soil heating cables down in here, which we installed last week. Can't really see because I got a lot of tools and stuff on top of here, but those go all through there. This is actually 2 tables right now. Number 1, number 2. Number 2 is about to get flipped back onto this guy as soon as I build up the rest of the base there. But so we're going to fill in about 3 inches of soil on top of and around this soil cable underneath this guy, and then we're going to put the grading back on top of the first table, the bottom table, the main table, to help with the distribution of that heat through the soil. And so we got our germ chamber cranking, crock pot in the bottom. Take home a cold one. No, take home a cold curtain. We got the germ chamber cranking, crock pot in the bottom. This thing runs on like maybe 150 watts ish per hour. I don't have it wired up to a thermostat yet. Actually, this is a major oversight. Or not oversight, it hasn't been figured out yet. Cord comes out in between the weather stripping on these 2 doors, which doesn't really impact the efficiency, but it just runs all the time and it doesn't really need to. So we got to refill it probably every 36 hours right now. Let's see, radishes first coming up. Those are nice. We're going to transplant those for the first time this year in bunches. 4 or 5 radishes per bunch. That's how we've done beets for a long time, but very pleased with it. Really cuts down on transplanting time. Obviously lets you get an early crop. Doing some germ tests over here. Arugula, 100% germination, no question. And we'll see what some of the other stuff does. Underneath this guy we got scallions. Those are going to be a couple days behind, so we've just got them stacked there. Ran out of trays, or I should say shelves. We didn't have enough shelves. Got this for free on Craigslist, so take what we can get. More radishes up top here, and then spinach. Hopefully it's not even too warm for the spinach. I would say, I don't have the thermometer with me, it's in the house, but probably about 72 in here right now. Inside the germ chamber, that is. Probably about 60 in the greenhouse. We are running a heater at the moment just because, well, I like working in the warm. We got some really nice potting soil here from Purple Cow. Extremely impressed with the soil blocks Fisheye Farms made with this last year. Plants were in there for probably 5, maybe 6 weeks. It was great. It was ridiculously impressive, actually. So got another giant bag in the way. Major oversight, should have ordered those in the 1.5 cubic yard bags instead of the 2-yard sling. This was a hassle to maneuver in here with the tractor, even with the roll-up door. And now it's in the way of my new seating table. So I'm gonna have to do something with it, but probably not gonna do anything with it for about 6 months. in any case, that's about it for now. We're gonna install the thermostat for these 2 tables over here shortly. Seems too silly to buy soil, so we've got to wait until we got thawing outside in the ground before we can fill the soil in, so not too much of a hurry on that. But at the same time, that stuff needs to come out of the germination chamber and needs somewhere to go. So might have to buy some bagged sand or gravel or something. Maybe I'll get a dump at one of the landscape supply stores and fill this in so that we can get our heated table going. By my calculations, this should run on about 1 kilowatt per hour, which is about 16 cents here in Detroit. That guy, on the other hand, costs us somewhere around $12 to $15 a night if we actually wanted to keep it warm enough for hot crops. But once these tables are going, we'll have tomatoes, peppers, all that good stuff on here for about $1 a night, hopefully. And that will set at 35 or 40, and all those other tables over there are going to be cold crops, which don't need any more than 40-degree temperature after they come out of the germ chamber. We might harden them off on these tables first. That's why there's 2. But we'll see about that. So anyways, gonna get to work on this table now.